Virginia, I just sold my latest song. Japanese denim flying straight from Pond. Rolling out to Durban, Malva pudding with some prawns. Then I fly out to Miami and I'm eating like a don. I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. I just missed the flight, I'm in Atlanta. I just went to Spain, that's I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. I just missed the flight, I'm in Atlanta. I just went to Spain, that's a bither.
Ibiza. Yeah, it's pronounced Ibiza, actually. Yeah. What's the difference, man?
Ibiza, Ibiza, you won't see me in neither. Invited to the function, I don't go, I got amnesia. I'd rather be in Vegas at the Caesars. My winter out in Josie, not in Bali, cause it's cheaper.
Switch it up.
From Africa, home of the diaspora. More than the trip around the globe, we the settler. Travel like LeBron, I'm a traveling man. LAX out to Baltimore, then landed in France. Play some shows out in Germany, then bought in Japan. See these reps take me everywhere, I go where I can. That's the multi-pass, homie, I ain't bumping that, Brody, in New York. So I go to Miami just for dinner. I went to Japan for a pickup. That's a bither. I go to Miami just for dinner.
After 272 regular season games, 12 playoff games, one last one on the NFL calendar, and it happens tonight as EA Sports welcomes you to the Super Bowl. One game remains to crown a champion. It's the AFC champion Cleveland Browns and the champions of the NFC, the Los Angeles Rams. Now return coming from the 7th. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll throw to get this one started. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. First carry for the man from Memphis, Tony Pollard. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On 4th down, the longtime special teams ace, Johnny Hecker, on to punt, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Off the bootleg, here is Dart. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, this play, Mike, is clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Dart going to throw here on 2nd down. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on 3rd and short. So after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That's caught by Gibbs. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it, and it's Dart. Got it with Smith and Jigba. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. A big play here in the big game. 32 yards.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Throwing again, Dart. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Dart's going to keep this on his own read, and he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
They'll try to throw it, and here's Dart. Moving outside the pocket, and that is incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And now they're faced with a 4th and goal. Here's Ryan Fitzgerald to try the field goal. That one is good. And the Rams are out to an early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for King Henry. And he's able to fight through 1 tackle here. Pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go again here with Henry. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
Taken down at the 41. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the Rams come up with the recovery.
Mike, we hear that term.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. So we've played a quarter here in Super Bowl 61. The Rams out to the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Here's 1st and 10. the play fake. Here's Nix. Got a man downfield. It's Thomas. And he's in. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, Cleveland.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Devontae Turpin on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Open man downfield, that's London. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the first down.
At the 44-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
And this one's going to be intercepted. It's L'Jarius Sneed. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Almost set. Ready. Ready. Return.
First and 10, and they give it to Pollard. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. Malachi starts there for the stop.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Moreau in motion. They'll run the toss. Here's Pollard. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They'll motion a tight end right. On first down, here's Nix to throw. Outside, complete to Thomas. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Second reception of this Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. They'll run the sneak. Looking to squeeze into a crease somewhere. Did not break the plane. They're going to mark him short. They'll try to sneak it here, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Bo Nix. Touchdown, Browns. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. Now an opening as the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
At their own 39-yard line.
from the 39. Here's a 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Diggg. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Let's go now.
Dart. Quickly out wide, will get it to London. They're going to work this down inside the 45. Second reception of this Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On the jump.
Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
Now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. This ball batted away. That's incomplete.
Yeah, he got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
3rd and 6.
Here we go, set. 60 by 6.
It's a toss play. Left to Gibbs. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll go, and here's Dart. Open man, left side. He's got it. Gonna have the Rams 1st down. As this defense can't come up with the play they needed, they surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. tight end hits. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Gibbs. Oh, he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run. Now from the 7, it's second and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Out of shotgun. It's Dark. Quick throw taken by Pitts. No timeout Rams. That's number 2. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
70 Rangers.
Out of the gun. Third down. It's Dark. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. They say no to the field goal opportunity before halftime. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Here's Dart. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Rams.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
7 seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away.
The Browns take over first and 10. And they're on the 35-yard line.
Captain, bombers, girls, away.
A first down throw for Nix. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, but we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
2 quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. On first down, Dart. Throw on the move is caught. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Second reception of this Super Bowl. And it's good enough for a first down.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket wait for his receiver to break open. Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
On second down, Dart. It looked London's way again. It's complete again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
13 yards on the play.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
70 Lions! 70 Rangers!
To the air once more is Dart. To the sideline. It is intercepted, but I don't think he was able to stay in bounds. And indeed, the officials concur. It is incomplete. Very nearly a turnover.
So they're not going to come down with the reception, but, Mike, this is actually a really good ball. So with the coverage being as tight as it was, the only place that quarterback can put the ball is high and to the outside, saying, hey, if my guy can't come down with it and keep his feet in bounds, nobody is. The last thing you want to do is miss that ball on the inside, because those are the ones that ended up going the other direction.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Rams first down.
Rams first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
The throw is Dart. And this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some.
And he's into the end zone. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, Cleveland. That is second touchdown of this Super Bowl. Dicker good with the extra point. And the Browns are out to a 21-10 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. From the 6, here comes the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. To throw, it's Dart on first and 10. To the right, that's Pitts. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Just take what the defense is giving you. And you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll be third down.
Let's go now. Go.
On the ground, this is Gibbs. First down and more past midfield. And he will score. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. And he'll get into the end zone. Doing it on his own. Successful two-point conversion. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone. 4 touchdowns. Nix, now to throw it here on first down. Open man, downfield is Smith. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. A big play here in the big game. And even 50 yards.
First down.
On the handoff, Pollard. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's secondary.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Headed left, buying time. And that's over everybody. Out of the back of the end zone. It is incomplete. Here's 3rd and 7. Up the middle, here comes Pollard. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Nix. That is Arian Smith. Touchdown, Browns. Going after now from Dicker. He knocks it through. And the Browns will extend this 3rd quarter lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Here's Dart on 1st and 10. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. He's got it! And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone. Inside the 20. A big play here in the big game. A gain of 48. On 1st and 10, here is Dart. Throw on the run is complete. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
16 yards.
That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal. Now it is 1st and goal. Throwing is Dart. A big mistake. It was 1st and goal, and it's intercepted. He's to midfield. Inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Cleveland.
You know, it always amazes me, Mike, that these guys have all this energy, that following a long return like that then they can get into these big, elaborate celebrations. But listen, I don't blame them. You're a defensive guy. You don't get the ball in your hands very often. When you score, man, you better make the most of it.
So, 1 quarter remains in Super Bowl 61. We are back for the 4th from New Orleans after this.
Dicker to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
At their own 27-yard line.
looking to throw. Oh, he puts another ball up for grabs, and this one's also intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Ole Miss. That's Harrison in motion. Now Pollard. Whoa! And he will get into the end zone. Cody Pollard. Touchdown Browns. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Kicker now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Browns will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's Diggg out to send this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Throwing, Dart. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. That's the safety, Rashawn Jenkins. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
Take over first and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Pollard. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. Play action now. It's Nix. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work has separated the man from the football. And it'll bring up third down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Arian Smith, touchdown Cleveland. That is second touchdown of this Super Bowl. The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for two. Throwing is Nix. That'll be caught, and he is not going to get in. Stop on the drive for two. The lead remains right where it is. After the touchdown, here's Diggg out to send this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
and 10, here's Gibbs.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Dart going to throw here on second down. The throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. Down the left sideline. And he will go all the way. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, L.A. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least we'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Man in motion is Smith. We'll go play action with Nix. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll run. It's Henry. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the Rams' 22-yard line.
On second down, it's Nix. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Matt Milano. And the Rams will take over at their own 14-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Out of a shotgun. It's Dart. Left side in the hands of London. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
To the air on second down. Dart thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. And it'll lead to a second down. To the air once more is Dart. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Dart gonna throw it again. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Throwing again, Dart. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
13 more yards. That's another.
To the air again goes Dart. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
At the 17-yard line.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That is caught in the end zone, but hold everything. There is a flag in the backfield. I think this one's coming back. The offense staying put. They will go for 2.
The Rams will line up for
Dart. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Look at him go! And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point. Go for 2.
will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And he will get into the end zone and extend the lead by 2 more.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy is better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, here's Turpin. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Here we go. One final play. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. And the Browns have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. Well, a fitting ending to a great NFL.
Act your age, ain't just the barbers where you catch a fade. Face covered, cutting through your garden like a masquerade. Before I catch a L, I catch a plane. I probably you before I your chain. Switch it up, it's rap, pixie dust. Money ain't to us. Broski went and you better fix her up. I just bought a crib to a chick, she got the biggest. And when I saw your sister at with the fishing hook, listen up, I've had to hit the cup. So if I swing my fist, you going in, so wish me luck. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'm a I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah. I just pull up to the crib and then I'm right back on that. Been stocked up, I ain't coming home with a full. All you rappers still washed up, I don't push weight, I just pull chips. She ain't pulling the socks up, when it's half time she get full. Finna leave the boxed up like send it, make a play and I exit. Money boy making London money, spent most of my life on the M6. Yeah, get rich or die trying, no let. Been out here for like 8 years, come from Volkswagen to Bentley's, little bushy run up cash, double back. Baby, show me what your mama made and made that. Yeah, made that. You got such a pretty face, what I want. Tell her I'm ready, the check coming heavy. I bought them made busy, no, this ain't a Chevy. The king of my city, can't nobody check me. They know where I'm at if they coming to get me. I've been in the pocket like he's in a wallet. If you think you got it, then pull up and bet me. I'm keeping it solid and just being honest. You ain't gotta like me, but gotta respect me, make it. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'm a I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah, I just pull up to the crib and then I boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'm a I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah, I just pull up to the crib and then I takes a part of me, something lost and never seen. Every time I stop to believe, something taken from me. Life's gotta always be messing with me. Can't it chill and let me be free? Can't I take away all this pain? I try to every night, all in vain. Sometimes I cannot take this place. Sometimes it's my life
it up. The sun is up. So wet it down. Get your money up. I put money down on all of us.